destruction of the infection. Its military turned on its leaders, staging a swift and savage coup. From its ashes rose the Republic, a name from antiquity and modernity that might suggest legitimacy and justice, but whose brutal dictatorship made this title nothing but a parody. However, even a nation bent on sacrificing its citizens to a useless war falters in its goals until they develop the frames. The aggressive and rapid terraforming of territories controlled by the infection required military vehicles designed for combat in any and all terrains, often in the same mission. With this in mind, the Republic developed exoskeleton humanoid vehicles known as frames. At first, the ingenuity of its approach garnered broad popular support, and the populace threw themselves into common single-minded purpose. But in those desperate times, this couldn't last. The efforts of the Republic were enough to halt the infection to some degree, but it soon became clear that the military junta was here to stay. Against a backdrop of increasing civil dissident and amidst an unexpected outbreak of the infections, workers at a remote frame production facility took the opportunity to seize the factory for themselves. The Collective, as it soon became known to its new owners, found itself easily able to avoid recapture thanks to the newly produced frames. Over the next few years, dissidents flocked to them, and their numbers grew, as their capacity to remain independent. Before long, the Collective founded a program to foster the most elite frame pilots, training them to undertake the most dangerous and most vital missions against the Republic and the infection. You are an ace, a frame pilot whose capability exceeds those of your peers, and whose dedication is above and beyond the expectations of the citizens of the Collective. You and your fellow aces have been assigned to a strike team to address the Collective's most pressing concerns. You must do your best to protect those you love, the last hope for freedom from the oppression in your hands.
Hello, everybody. This is I'm your host, Chef Troy B, and welcome to the Chef Gaming channel. This is the intro to my channel. We're going to be doing a solo play, actual play. We're going to be using the game and the system by Binary Star Games called Apocalypse Frame. It's a mech game, light tactical, very rules light. Um, and what's going to make my channel different besides seeing this face that's definitely made for radio? Uh, well, besides gameplay, I'm also going to be cooking snacks in between, you know, find out in between time, maybe at a good cliffhanger, while I think of a way to get my characters out of a jam or see if they maybe buy the farm. But the snacks are going to be just that. Snacks, it could be anything from making a sandwich to, if I get rambunctious, maybe cooking a burger or making some ramen. Just something simple, light. Food costs are high right now, so I'm just going to try to keep it very economical. Uh, and we're just going to have a good time. So I did. During the pandemic, I did a cooking channel, and I'm just reopening back this YouTube channel and rebranding it for both cooking and gaming. Uh, a little bit about me. I am born and raised in Philadelphia. I live in the Atlanta metro area. I've been down here forever now. Seems like forever, 1994. Uh, I work in early education as a chef. Hashtag feeding the littles. Uh, I am a working chef and just here to be a little different. I'd like to give a shout out to some of my inspirations that got the creative juices flowing, so to speak. I'm a big fanboy of Tale of the Manticore, the Bad Spots, Errant Adventures, Swords Against Madness. Uh, I've been binging a couple of all those solo actual play podcasts, uh, and just playing a lot of games now. I've been part of a gaming group that we play online pretty regularly, and I've been gaming for a long time. So uh, I thought I'd try giving my hand at this YouTube thing. So you know the deal. Like, share, subscribe. Uh, please leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know, hey, I may suck at this and may have to just stick with the cooking. But anyway, uh, my goal is to get an episode out every 2 weeks. Try to keep it definitely under an hour, hopefully under 45 minutes at the very most. We'll just see how it goes. I'm going to be using a couple of oracles, primarily using Ironsworn Starforged. It's a pretty cool, decent game if you're not familiar with it. Like I said, I'm going to be using uh, Apocalypse Frame, playing that system, and using their expansion called Infected World. And we're just going to see what happens. Uh, I'm going to try to. I'm still figuring out if we're going to do just strictly Theater of the Mind, or if I'm going to use one of the VTTs to at least show combat. And still working that part out. Still got to get a little practice time in on that. But other than that, just creating a good story around the dice and try to keep everything flowing. So I want to welcome you. I want to thank you for those who supported me so far. I think I have like maybe 70 subscribers right now. I like to shoot for 100 and then see what happens beyond that. I'm not here to make crazy cash or anything, just something to be a creative output for me, and have a good time. And hope you enjoy the journey. So until the next episode, the session zero, so to speak, we'll introduce the characters, introduce the world, and we'll get the story going. Hey, until then, may your dice always roll hot and make some good food. My reward is an empty plate. Be inspired. Peace.